As North Korea dares the U.S. with more nuclear tests, U.S. President Donald Trump criticizes China for not doing enough to put pressure on Pyongyang. On the second day of Indian Prime Minister Narendra Modi's Israel visit, Prime Minister Netanyahu says it's a match made in heaven. The two countries signed 7 pacts in key sectors like space, technology, and agriculture. It's a historic day for Jammu and Kashmir. The Assembly passes a resolution to implement GST in this state. And in sports, Roger Federer and Novak Djokovic advance to the second round of the Wimbledon as both of their opponents hobble off the court with injuries. Good evening, everyone. It's been nearly 30 hours since Prime Minister Narendra Modi touched down in Israel, and it's been a fun, hectic, filled with fanfare and a red carpet royal reception for Prime Minister Modi. The visit began with a lot of color. A flower was in fact named after Prime Minister Modi. This is an Israeli chrysanthemum, the second flower to be called Modi. He already had one in his name. Then there was a lavish dinner reception as well. There you see him embracing Prime Minister Netanyahu, a warm hug, a warm embrace, a royal red carpet treatment there, wearing that white bungalow with a little blue scarf there, signifying, of course, the colors of the Israeli flag. Followed by this warm embrace. There was, of course, a very warm reception, this at the Prime Minister's residence in Jerusalem. Modi was also gifted a photo. He gifted that to Netanyahu, depicting Indian soldiers leading a British military column to liberate Jerusalem. Well, day 2 was a little bit more substantive. There was a little bit more at stake. It started with the meet of Israel's President Rivlin. There were also delegation-level talks with Netanyahu. Both sides, in fact, signed 7 agreements to increase some of the cooperation in many of the key sectors like space, agriculture, water conservation. There was also an MOU signed for setting up a $40 million India-Israel research and development. There were also 2 agreements signed up on water conservation there as well. One as well on agriculture. So a very productive day. Lots happening there on the ground. In fact, right now, this hour, many of the Bollywood stars, including Sukhwinder Singh, are performing to a packed Indian diaspora there, where Modi will soon be talking. All right, let's listen in to some of the recap of what Prime Minister Modi had to say earlier on. Let's listen in.
What a great day. The first day of a historic journey. Your visit, my friend Prime Minister Modi, to Israel. You are making history. We're making history together. This is a deeply moving moment for me, both in personal but also in national and international terms. We also had a very moving Israeli singer of Indian origin. She sang a song hauntingly beautiful in Hindu. But also she sang a Hebrew song which the Israelis here are familiar with. It's called Ani Va'ata Neshane et Ha'olam. You and I will change the world. I have a feeling that today India and Israel are changing our world and maybe changing parts of the world, because this is a cooperation, it's a marriage really made in heaven, but we're implementing it here on earth. It's a partnership to seek the good, to defend the good, to achieve the good. And this is a good day. Welcome, my friend, Prime Minister Narendra Modi.
India admires the success of your people in overcoming adversity to advance, innovate and flourish against all odds. Around 150 kilometers from here, there is a slice of history in the city of Haifa in Israel. That is very dear to my country. This is the final resting place for 44 of the Indian soldiers who sacrificed their lives during World War I in liberate the city, that city. Tomorrow, I will travel to Haifa to pay homage to our brave Indian soldiers. Let me also take this chance to invite you and Mrs. Netanyahu and your family to visit India.
Wow.
I again thank you for your warm welcome and hospitality. Thank you. Thank you very much. Shalom.
Thank you, and I accept.
Thank you.
WION has been on the ground in Israel all week. Let's in fact go straight to Karthikeya Sharma, our political editor, who's been there on the ground since Modi arrived. Karthikeya, what has the mood been there like? You've been covering all sorts of angles. In fact, I understand there's a huge Bollywood celebration happening right this hour as we speak.
Oh, absolutely. I'll give you a glimpse of it. Come, there are a lot of people who are standing here. I'll just take you inside so that you have an idea as to how eagerly people are waiting here. This is the place where it's being organized. And I'm asking my camera person just to follow me so that I can give you a peep inside the hall. And this is the hall. And this is where it's like a rock star function which is taking place. And this is how this being organized. This hall is full of people. You can see the Indian flags at far. You can see the Indian flags there. You can see the Israeli flags there. They're all being organized. Netanyahu is going to be there. And this is how it's going to be. This is the hall. And this is the way they have organized it. Everyone is waiting for Narendra Modi. And people from India have come. And they're on the stage and dais. And this has been organized by Vinay Sahasrabuddhe, who happens to be the foreign media cell, in charge of the foreign media cell. So the people are waiting very eagerly for Prime Minister Narendra Modi to come. And you see, a lot of people are here, a lot of youngsters are here. They are all waiting eagerly. They are all waiting eagerly for Narendra Modi. So that's the response. There are a lot of people waiting outside, and I would talk to them in front of you because there is so much of noise and there is so much of music inside. I don't think I will be able to speak. So I'm asking my camera person to come outside and to give you a sense of what's happening. And we'll talk to people outside as to what brings them to this place. There are a lot of youngsters here. There are a lot of people here. And my camera person Sanjay, who's, capturing the image of people eagerly awaiting. So you have all come here to listen to the Prime Minister? Yes.
We are the group gathering here today. This is a good chance for us. We are organizing Bollywood show in Israel.
You're from Israel?
Yeah, we are Israelis, left India before 40-50 years. But still we can speak Hindi very well. बहुत अच्छी हिंदी बात जानते हैं हम लोग और हम इंडियन कम्युनिटी के लिए इजराइल में
सब भाषा जानते हैं हम।
How many languages?
हाँ,
How many languages?
इवरी, मराठी, हिंदी, सब भाषा, गुजराती।
Okay, so I think this is a bit of a challenge for Archit. I'm in middle of polyglots, multilingual. So I'll leave them here. I'm not a polyglot. I'm not a multilingual. So I'll ask my camera person to come here. We wanted to speak to them, and I'll come to you, sir. I'll come to you. There are people who have come, who are from Northeast and who initially wanted to speak to us, and now they are here. So you're from Northeast?
I'm from Northeast. Yeah.
You're from Darjeeling?
Yeah.
And when did you settle in Israel?
We came here just to work. I'm here for nearly 2 years.
Oh, 2 years.
Okay.
So your whole group is working here. You belong to India and you're working here. So which sectors do you primarily work in here?
No, there are different sectors we are working here. Some are students, some are working in agriculture, some are working in nursing sector. So today we are united to welcome our dynamic leader, Narendra Modi in Israel. We are very proud and we want this friendship of India and Israel to go more and more. And we, the people of Gorkhaland, welcome our dear Prime Minister. More blessings to him from the people of Gorkhaland. And we would expect,
So your welcome is spiked with little bit of politics, It's like...
Not a politics. politics. Actually, what is happening back to our country is all the internet is banned, and this internet is only the.
I correct you. The place you refer to is part of India and is an integral part of India. It's part of a state. People have sentiments and it is respected. It will be resolved within the framework of the constitution and by the leader, whom you are very eagerly waiting for him to speak here. I'll come back to you again. Yes, let's hope for the best. And this is the venue from where everyone will come. And this is, just to give you an idea, this is a big hall. It has been completely cordoned off security. We have all been jam-packed inside here after 6 p.m. And 8 p.m. my time, and I think 10:30 p.m. Our studio time, it's when then I would say that Narendra Modi and Netanyahu would arrive. I think some more people want to speak to us. Tell me, sir.
Hindi mein bolu?
You can speak in any language,
Yeah, speak in English. Okay.
You can speak in Hindi. You speak in any language, I'll translate it, please.
Yeah, I know English also. So I'm Ruben Gasulkar. I'm an Indian Jew. I was born in India, and I came 18 years back to Israel for religious studies. And
but tell me, what brings you here?
Me, Prime Minister is over here. How can we not come? It's for a very special occasion for us, and my whole body, I have to see him. And it is a great step done by Mr. Modi, because we Jews are searching for peace. We are the people for peace. It says in the quote in Hebrew, Hashem Oslamu Iten Hashem Barakatamu Bashalom. And the same over in India. I was born in India. I know my country. It's my blood. We are the people of peace. And we are coming together. It's a great step for the whole world, because this will bring a strong
Okay. Point taken. I think you got very emotional. I'm touched. You want to say something? Yeah.
I'm from Houston, Texas.
Okay.
I've been to all of the Narendra Modi events, whether it's California or New York, and I'm very.
Why
pleased.
didn't I meet you in San Jose then?
San Jose, I was there doing the media coordination.
Then I must have missed you there. I must have been doing my job.
But I'm so glad to see. He said that the first time in the history of here, 7,000 Jews are got together. It never happened before. 7,000 Jews got together.
Point taken, 7,000 Jews have got together. The fact is, people who love India have got together, I just said the people who love India, they've all come here. And, it's a beautiful congregation, It's, a lot of young people are here. And a lot of people of different ages are here. They have all come here. Can I have a word with all of you? Are you from Israel?
No, we're from India.
You are from India. You are studying here?
Yes.
What are you studying here?
I'm Vinay. I'm studying engineering at Tel Aviv University.
Your name?
My name is Pranav. And I'm studying electrical electronic engineering. I'm the second year.
What's your name?
I'm Ria Thomas, and I'm also an engineering student.
And you are also an engineering student?
All four of us are actually. We two are first year. He's second and he's third. My name's Anargya.
But what brings you here? You want to listen to Narendra Modi?
Yes, definitely. I mean, this is one of the biggest events.
I don't think any one of you is right into the politics, but why do you want to hear him? I really want to know.
This is one of the biggest events where two prime ministers are coming together and speaking to the public.
Okay, fair.
For me, it's for me, it's the ties between India and Israel which matter, because as a student, I can have a future in Israel because I have the engineering from Israel, so I can implement this in India. Not about my future. I can go back to India. I can work in India.
Yes. You're talking about an aspiration.
Yes.
I understand that. You?
It's this is the one of the biggest event happening for Israel and India as well, because it's been 25 years right now, and this is Narendra Modi is the very first prime minister from India who came to Israel. And India and Israel, we both got independence on 1947, 1948 respectively, but no, never ever a prime minister came to India. This is a very first event, and I'm pretty sure Israel and India, they will build a really great relations, and compared to Make in India initiative and cyber security initiative, in the border security initiatives, and Rafael.
I'm pretty surprised. I was in college. I wouldn't have gone out and done something like that. I'm being very honest. But it's like a different generation. But it's really appreciable. Thank you for making time for us. Thank you for making time for WION. So you can see that things change. And Sanjay, let's come. Let's walk our viewers across to the other side. Let's walk our viewers to the other side. And let's talk to people who are here, who have come here to listen to the Prime Minister, and let's ask them if they want to speak to us. Would you like to speak to us for a minute?
Okay.
Okay. Fair enough. What's your name?
Nogaratna.
You have come here for the function?
Yeah, sure.
Why?
We're all cousins. We're Indians. Originally from our grandparents were from Cochin. Cochin. Yeah.
Okay.
And we came here because it's our heritage, and it's very, it's amazing that Modi is coming to Israel for the first time, our first prime minister, and we're here to celebrate that.
Is Indian community very organic here? You know, is it a close-knit community in Israel? Indians?
Yeah, relatively. I mean, we're all Indians, but also Israelis. We are for and foremost Israeli, so we interact with the Jewish community here. But yeah, we keep our culture and our and everything that has to do with that.
Have you heard of Narendra Modi before? Any one of you on TV, radio, Facebook? Any one of you? Any one of you heard him? I'm saying heard him. Yeah, any one of you? So this is your first time?
Yes.
Huh? You will be heading for the first time?
Yes, I'm very excited.
Okay. I'll tell you will not be disappointed. This much I can tell you. Yeah, he's a very good speaker. He will not disappoint you, and he reinvents his speech again and again. So it's not the same. What you hear in California is not what you hear in Shanghai, and what you hear in the Madison Square you will not hear in London. I can tell you that. I was in Shanghai and I was in California, so I know. You'll not be disappointed. Thank you. So basically, it's now 10 minutes to count down, and within these next 10 minutes, we expect that the Prime Minister Netanyahu will come, and Narendra Modi will come. Netanyahu will accompany him. And I'm saying this, that in next 10 minutes this program will start, and people are very excited about it. I have seen a number of them. But what it really does is, people say it's a formula, but what it really does is it actually mobilizes people of Indian origin, people who are working in various countries but are Indians, and it connects them back home. It connects labor home, it connects capital home, and it connects the idea of a greater and a bigger India home. And I think with technologies available to connect each one of us, it has made a big difference.
You're having a lot of fun there, enjoying the, getting some reaction and the color on the ground there. We certainly don't want to keep you away. I know you want to probably enjoy a little bit of that concert and hopefully get a chance to listen into both Prime Minister Modi as well as Netanyahu there, Prime Minister of Israel there. Certainly a huge gathering of the Indian community there in Israel. Lots of people excited for this big event, the first time an Indian Prime Minister visiting the country. Let me go over to our studio guest here as well, who's been waiting patiently and seeing all this. It's been a lot of fun there on the ground. What do you make of that? The fact that we heard from so many people, they're really enthusiastic. Ruben Israel joining us. How surprised are you about that? We heard some of those people say they do identify themselves as Indian, but also foremost Israeli, a really sense of nationalistic pride.
No, so it's very interesting and exciting to see so many people excited about being there, ready to listen to Modi as well as to the entertainment of the evening. One can quite understand this population in Israel, which moved, maybe these are some of the people we saw today were born in Israel, but their parents did migrate from India. That was clear. First generation, perhaps. Yes, maybe this is the first generation born in Israel. But they, from what I know of the people who have migrated there, they have held on to their Indian identity. In many ways, they think Indian, they want products from India. In fact, I warned Prime Minister Modi on an earlier session, saying that, please, there's my cousin's wife is there, and she's going to be at this thing. So
you have a contact actually there to give you this.
I said, be careful, because she's going to ask you, did you bring my kurtis from India? Did you bring my silver jewelry from India? Because that's what she keeps asking us to send her.
Right.
And her papads and Indian DVDs. So they maintain their link with India, just like we in India feel we're Jewish, but we're Indians first. So they feel now they have their Israeli citizens, but they're Indian origin.
And I understand, we chatted yesterday, just for everybody who watched our 7 o'clock newscast yesterday. We talked to you. You brought the shawl. You brought the cap. I understand you brought more show and tell things for us today. So
no.
What do you have? You said you were going to get us more. What did you brought?
I couldn't get the ram's horn.
You didn't get that either.
The shofar, but I've got the prayer shawl. I mean, we in India, the Jews in India, all over the world, they will wear a prayer cap on their heads, which some people are able to keep on their heads. I can't, so I use a clip, and they will have a shawl.
Okay.
So these are some of the customs that Jews all over the world follow.
Is it always this color? Is it always blue and white?
Well, it's always blue and white, which struck me that it's the Jewish flag is this color also. Right. But historically, the prayer shawl has been this color.
Okay. And, you know, let's also sort of get into a little bit of the culture, how important this is, in fact, the similarities, you know, between the Israeli and the Indian culture. Are there a lot of similarities, or are there differences that perhaps we aren't able to gather? Well, because it looks like Netanyahu and Prime Minister Modi, they both are, you know, best buds. They're hanging around the last 30 hours or so, and for the rest of his trip. I mean, it's really, you know, admirable to see that sort of cordiality.
That may be, but I don't think there are any cultural similarities between the two countries. In India, for example, the Jews in India, they're Jewish, but they're culturally, except for religion, they're culturally very similar to any other Indian that, like I am.
Right.
I mean, I appreciate what we Indians appreciate. So there's no cultural similarity that way, and the religions are quite apart.
Right.
From Judaism has certain tenets of Judaism which we follow. And Jews all over the world follow the same tenets.
Are there adaptations, perhaps, especially for many of the Jews who live in India, of some of the other cultural traditions? Or are they very, you know, somebody who is in Israel versus someone who's in India, will they notice a difference here? Or have there been adaptations? In what way?
The adaptation that we Indian Jews have taken on, in dress, we dress like our women in Maharashtra would wear saris. Historically, we would speak Marathi. So we don't speak Hebrew except for prayers. And then more important, and also quite important, even in certain religious aspects, like at marriage, on the occasion of marriage,
right,
the religious things would be Jewish, but some of the customs like the mehendi ceremony, the rubbing of haldi,
right,
then the shera, then from the Muslim tradition, the serving of malida as an auspicious offering to the guests. So that's an adaptation that the Jews in India have taken on.
And it's something, you know, very interesting to see, sort of, I think you pointed this out yesterday, I'll just sort of touch upon it again. Most people are fascinated by that, you know, and it's not really a sense of perhaps a feeling of isolation or being in the minority, but people want to learn about that.
Yes.
You get a sense of intrigueness, if I like to call it.
In fact, so many people in India don't even know that there is a Jewish population. And of course, they know of Israel, and for whatever reasons, for good reasons, they feel warm towards Israel, and they look up to Israel as a country that has done great. And when I say I'm Jewish, oh, you're Jewish, their eyes open up and the
light bulb opens up.
Yeah.
Where are most of the Jews scattered in India? Where are some of the pockets? You mentioned Maharashtra, I believe Kolkata.
Maharashtra, I would say Bombay, Pune, and in Gujarat, Ahmedabad.
Okay.
These are the main pockets.
The main pockets.